Morning, guys. I just wanted to talk about my device that I got about 2 months ago here called the Pptv King 7S. Right there. Um, Beautiful phone right here. You have a 6-inch phone right there with the all metal body. Um, Here you have the headphone jack with an IR blaster to control your TV. Here you can see the body of it. The headphone jack is at the top, and the speakers at the bottom with the microphone here and a USB jack, a USB port. You also have the volume rocker here in metal, and the buttons are embedded nicely and they don't rattle. Then the power button has a texture on it, so you could actually tell it apart. You could also go inside my video selection and check out this case that I bought separately, which has all the cutouts exactly proportioned to the phone. Um, I also had a link where it was in Chrome, and I had a spec sheet of the PPTV King. Here you could see the processor and the CPU and the GPU. The display is 25 by 60, 14 by 40, 24-bit here, but I actually have the 64-bit variant. Um, this is this is gonna tell you that it has a MediaTek Helio X10 with an MT 6795, 8 cores, power VR, um, the Lee polymer battery with the 3610 milliamps, lollipop out of the box. The camera films all the way up to 4K as well as 30 frames per second. A beautiful camera, beautiful photos, beautiful, um, the cameras. It has the dual lens technology on in the back of it. As you can see, the two cameras there. Um, Two different color lenses, one yellow, one orange. Um, Here's the model number, PPTV King S7. The height, the dimensions, the thickness, the weight, and the volume. Three different colors: gold, gray, and silver. Materials are all metal. It has two SIM card slots, the GSM network, the WCDMA network. It also supports TDS CDMA network with the LTE network as well, um, with 4G technology. Here are the other mobile technology bandwidth inside of it. Has the Edge, the HSPA plus, the LTE, Cat 4. In addition to that, you're going to see that it comes out of box stock Lollipop 5.1, 64 bits inside of the CPU, 8 cores, 3 gigs of RAM, which is enough to store all your information here, and it doesn't forget where you left off. If I go somewhere really far back, it'll actually still pull that information up depending on how long ago it was. I haven't accessed this one in months, so it probably won't pull that up. But I'm trying to go as far back as possible to test if it will indeed, remember. And Google is not going to be pulling up apps from that far back, but if you go to the recents, it will be very quick for you. As you can see, I have my model version at 3.1.1 here, the King S variant, and the custom build version. This version came straight to me from AliExpress, just the way you see it. I have the nougat the Nougat launcher here inside of it, this one. There's nothing wrong with the stock launcher, but I just like how this goes from translucent to solid. And you could just play with that, and it's really cool and really swift. Here in the back, I have the 3D launcher called 3D Parallax. You could go to the Play Store and you could check that out, and you could select different themes, and it'll give you a whole different slew of themes to choose from. So, and they'll all be in that 3D look where when you move the screen, it'll actually apply that background to your liking. In addition to that, I want to continue talking about the specs of the phone. Here you can see that it has the storage of 32 GBs, which is very efficient. Supports 3 different types of memory cards, including the micro SD and the HC and XC. IPS display. And when you wear gloves that are touchscreen, that's the only way you can get this, because this phone is only responsive to the finger, as well as touchscreen gloves and certain stylus pens. Has the 3D Parallax glasses free feature, which makes it a 3D screen without glasses. A 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass 3 gyroscopes and accelerometer with a proximity and light sensor. The sensor model is Samsung, and it's an isocell sensor type. Here you could see the aperture is 2.0 with a dual LED lens. It supports the highest camera snapping on which you get the 30 frames per second. You get 4K video recording, and you get a lot of cool features inside of the camera. And the secondary camera actually has the 2.2 aperture, which brings it. That's another reason why it competes in the camera realm, making it very competent for 2017. The other camera, the secondary one, also supports 30 frames per second and some of the highest video capturing features as well. There's a radio inside of it. You get Wi-Fi bands here. Right there, you can see the Wi-Fi bands that come along with it. The technology is included. The version of the Bluetooth is the 4.1. It has the micro USB with the 2.0 version. You can have mass storage on the go and charging, so you can actually connect one of those USB wires. I think I have one right here. So what you do is, if you have a USB like thing, you could take this and you connect this to it, and then you hook the USB inside of here, and you have USB on the go. So that's really cool too. You could also see that it has the hotspot and the tethering and the infrared connectivity, computer sync and OTA connectivity. Browsing settings here are HTML, HTML5, and CSS3. It has a lot of compatibility with audio. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but that's pretty much all of the audio and all of the video with the 3610 milliamp Li polymer battery, 5 volts and 2 amps. Non-removable fast charging. So I just went down the list of the specs for you guys. If you have any questions, leave it in that comment section right down below. Let me return to the Chrome, and I have some the product code site here. You could get a lot of, if you go to mobilespecs.net, type in Pptv, you'll get some secret codes on how to manipulate some of the features inside it with the dial pad. You'll be able to change some of the features to your liking. You could do a whole lot of factory tests and no answer and forward call forwarding and customization inside of the phone, all by typing these dial codes in the dial menu. So if that's something you want to play around with, definitely check it out as well. They also have some custom builds here. If you go to just type custom builds for Pptv King, I went here and I looked at all the custom builds. A lot of people are having different TWRP the version is 3.0.21, and those are all the old ones. I actually have one of the newer custom ROMs inside of my phone, which is the 3.1.1. This phone is very highly recommended for me, and I will recommend this to everybody. You should definitely check this phone out because of the price, because of what you're getting. It has NFC technology included in it. The only thing that it doesn't have that I would have liked to see is a fingerprint scanner, but the pattern unlock feature is highly capable of keeping up. As you can see, it has Android Pay inside of it, as well as device manager, Android device manager, so you could locate your lost phone automatically. It also has the one-handed feature right there. If you long press this side or that side and turn that button on, you'll be able to minimize the screen to your liking. I think this screen is very easy to manage, so that's why I don't like to change it. You could also change it back to the stock tree bucket launcher right there, and it also looks very beautiful. What it does is it gives you the ability to toothpick across, and it sequentially lists your apps, and you could just drag it right across, and I find that to be very fun and very useful. So this is the stock experience. If before that I had the Nougat launcher on it, and I still like this experience as well. Now the music is gonna sound really good coming out of it because the speakers are very it has a hi-fi speaker system with the headphone jack, and when the audio quality coming out of this phone is stunning, and it's probably the best I've heard on an Android device, and that's talking very highly about it, but the sound is going to be second to none. Let me see if I could test let's see how loud that is. I got so many theories and suspicions. If you guys go to my channel, you could click my face and go through the video section or the playlist section, and you could look for the app that I downloaded to my phone called Headphones. It's basically what it is an app equalizer, headphones equalizer, which lets you turn that feature on here at the bottom, and then you can customize the sound of your phone to your liking. You could turn the bass levels all the way up, the treble, and you'll have the ability to put more bass or less bass or anything you really want you can do. So it's really fun to play around with. Brooklyn, stand up, you see us. Funk. I know what she like, I know what she want, yeah, yeah. I know what she like, I know what she want, yeah. As far as the games are very smooth too. Um, I like to play this game called Inline Skate, and it's actually very fun. As you can see here, the graphics are really nice. I don't know if I have the brightness all the way up, but you know, you get the point. It's called inline skating, and you could get it for free on the Play Store. I play this game when I'm on the train or just trying to kill time. It's actually really fun and it's smooth on this device, and there's no lag on the games or movies. So I enjoy playing games on this phone because the graphics are really detailed and the 3D screen gives it more depth and dimension than my Stylo 2 Plus, which the games are really smooth on that phone, extremely smooth. But this one creates like a depth I noticed because of the 3D screen, which is an element that is included with the technology of it. And that's why I'm so happy that I purchased this phone, is because I can enjoy my media much more than I ever have. So if you guys definitely want to check into a new phone or just try something different, I recommend this phone because of how smooth it really performs. And also the video on the phone is going to be really good too. If you go to YouTube or something, you're going to see that the video quality goes up to 1440. So if I just click any video from the recommended videos here in trending, um, you can see that the quality is going to be extremely nice. And then you'll get an ad here that you could skip, but you'll also have the ability to watch it up to 1440 quality. So the video and the sound coming out of the phone gives it a theater experience, and the sound is going to be better than most phones that you've ever had before. This is a cheap price for high specs and high performance. Multitasking is very fast. It opens back up the game just where it left off. Even if like it was an hour ago, it'll still bring me back there. Um, I could open up other apps here, and it'll take me directly there again. And look, Facebook couldn't start. Instagram is, you got Instagram too, which is really nice on this phone. You'll be able to drag through and see like all the beautiful photos and videos as well. And this phone is very beautiful to look at when it comes to photos and stuff like that. The quality on this picture is absolutely stunning. Look in this device. Okay, pictures, videos, everything. Oh, what about maps? I know a lot of people ask about the GPS. The GPS is good too. it's up there and it can compete with some of the best GPUs. The satellites all work very well. All you have to do is activate the location from the top, and then you could choose a destination. um, I'll just pick up the last location that I had set up in the device, and it'll load, and then it'll take me there. If I want to take a bike, walk, or a train, or a car. And the GPS is good, so it's probably done loading by now. But since I turned that location button on late, it's just synchronizing it now. So we'll go back to that later. Overall experience is good in this phone. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I love the screen. That's my favorite feature about it. I also love the build quality and the size of it, and the sound of the music coming out of it, and the IR blaster for controlling my TV, and the camera is amazing, front and back. So you also have all those features too that I talked about, and with the gyroscope as well and things like that. After using the phone for 2 months now, I would definitely recommend it to the consumer that wants to spend less than $200 and get a device that is going to be capable of keeping up with devices that are about 400 to 500, in some cases even $600. So I thank you guys for checking my video out on the Pptv King 7S, and I'll check you guys out later. This was the 2 month review of this phone after having it of 2 months after 2 months of use. I must say that it is a beautiful phone, and I love the features that it has, and it has exceeded my expectations and much more. So I don't regret the purchase, and I'm just very happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and stay tuned for more videos just like this one. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys on the next video, and stay cool. It's your boy Serrano, and peace.